mid-60s, the crew and passengers on ferries that connected Wakamatsu with Tobata had to put up with a really bad smell that spread over the whole of Tokai Bay. Fish catches in the bay dwindled sharply soon after the start of the 20th century. The bay shore was heavily industrialized. This was the heart of Kitakyushu's industrial region. As land was reclaimed for industrial use, fishing rights were gradually withdrawn. By 1963, all fishing rights had been withdrawn from Okudokai to the Wakato Bridge. But by that time, fishing in the bay was impossible anyway. In 1967, a man working on a merchant ship drowned in the bay. No clear connection was established between the man's death and pollution of the water, but the incident shook a lot of people. The following year, there was a major survey of the quality of the water in the bay. High concentrations of toxic substances were found: cyanide, cadmium, arsenic, and mercury. Japan's Sea of Death. It's not the sea, it's the sewage. There's no point making a fuss about it. The bay won't get any cleaner even if you do. I guess you're right. The pollution of Tokai Bay was overlooked because people thought they were powerless to stop it. But a steady stream of press reports made people think again. Eventually, Kitakyushu embarked on a cleanup program. This area is bad too. Tokai Bay on the Wakato Bridge. D3. This is the first ocean I've ever seen that has no seagulls. It's so polluted it even dissolves ships' propellers. Seeing fish is useless. That makes 20 liters. Good. Okay, let's go to the next site. At the time, more than 1,000 factories were operating around the bay. Hardly any treated their wastewater, and large volumes of untreated waste were poured into the sea. Efforts to clean up the bay started with regulations governing factory wastewater. Companies spent many years developing waste treatment technologies and building treatment facilities. They had to comply with wastewater standards that were said to be the toughest in the nation. Thanks to the installation of treatment facilities and rigorous supervision of water quality, the status of the bay improved rapidly. But the seabed was buried under a 4.8 million cubic meter layer of polluted sludge. Unless that was removed, the bay would not be clean again. Okay. That's right. Early in January 1974, a crane fitted with a gigantic grab bucket appeared in the bay. Work to dredge the polluted sludge had started. Dredging will take place in 9 locations, including
in the Golden Horn in Istanbul.
Can I ask you something? What we're most concerned about is secondary pollution. The other day, representatives of the Yamaguchi Fishing Union came to inspect the bay, even if the sludge is dredged up. Won't it just splash back?
Yeah.
Yes, that's an important point.
And now we're giving
We have
seawater
fenced
from
off the dredging
another
area and developed a
with
special
long
closed
pipe.
grab bucket.
So it's
We're doing our
coming
best
the
to
area.
prevent the sludge from being splashed about.
It's,
What about the disposal site?
Yes.
What measures are you employing there? At the disposal site in Nishiyahada, a shut-off dike has been constructed. And to stop outflows into underground water, we have laid rubber waterproof sheets. You have to get results right. Water quality monitoring will continue, won't it? Removal of the sludge required the development of various technologies to prevent secondary pollution. Also, a disposal site was constructed. The costs were enormous. But the city viewed the threat from the organic compounds in the sludge very seriously, and work progressed. How did you decide where the dredging should take place? According to the concentration of mercury in the sludge. The total cost was 1.8 billion yen. Oh. We do not yet know what effect mercury on the seabed might have in the long term, but there's no doubt that it's extremely dangerous. Something has to be done, no matter how much it costs.
That's why you need fish.
Companies had to shoulder 70% or more of the
That's why
cost.
you don't need fish.
Was there no resistance? No, there probably was. Still, they paid up, because there's no doubt now that they were responsible. And I have to say I'm surprised at the number of media representatives here.
They have to make sure
Work
it's
on
clean.
this scale is attracting the attention of local residents. It's good that people are concerned about improving water quality. Because there's still the problem of household wastewater. Yes, that's my special field. Kitakyushu is ahead of the rest of the country in terms of sewage treatment, but it's hard to make any progress in that area without public understanding. Household wastewater, problem of garbage disposal. We're moving from the pollution era to the age of environmental measures. Keep up the good work. 350,000 cubic meters of sludge was dredged from the seabed in Tokai Bay. In 1976, the water in the bay met all environmental standards. Soon after that, fish returned to the bay that people once regarded as being beyond hope of recovery.
There is a list of the fish. And photos of the Tokai Bay Sea.